Hello, hello, everyone. My name is Ashley Kirkwood. I'm the host of the Speak Your Way to Cash podcast. I'm coming at y'all with a short, quick, and easy episode talking about the 3 shifts that I made that helped me double productivity. And I'm so excited to have this conversation with you guys today. So, first, who am I? My name is Ashley Kirkwood, host of the Speak Your Way to Cash podcast. I am a federal trial attorney by practice, left that practice to start my own speaking, coaching, and consulting firm called Speak Your Way to Cash, where we teach sales to experts, entrepreneurs, authors, and thought leaders. And one of the things that we do, in addition to our coaching programs and services, is we host events. We have an event coming up the end of this month called the Black Women Sales Summit. Really, it's called Sell Your Way to Cash, the Black Women Sales Playground. And we have an event, a live 3-day experience coming up in November called Speak Your Way to Cash Live. All right. So let's get into the content because this will be a very quick and easy episode for y'all. I wanted to talk to you about some three shifts that I made to double productivity. Why? The key, the distance between where you're at and where you want to be is like the length of that distance is determined by the actions that you take, right? So one of the things that I had to realize is that if I want more out of life, I need to take more action. Not just more action, but the right action. And I need to get to a place in my life where how I feel, temporary disappointments did not dictate the actions that I would take. I had to get to a place where my feelings did not overwhelm me into inaction. So, what shifts did I need to make? There's 3. Number 1, I had to have more certainty in my future. There are some things that can happen in your life that'll make you feel like because this event has occurred, I no longer know what the future holds. And this is how it used to show up for me. It would be like a woe is me moment. Like, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening to me. I can't believe what's going on. This is so bad. I don't know where I'll be. I don't know what'll happen next. Like, I had to have certainty in my future, not certainty like I know exactly what it will look like tomorrow, but certainty that no matter what tomorrow looks like, I was powerful enough to overcome it. No matter what the future brought, I was strong enough to endure it. And no matter how I feel now, God won't let me fail then. You see what I'm saying? So I had to have a certainty in my future. That certainty in my future gave me the confidence to go through whatever storm was in front of me at the moment because I had this certainty in my future. And when times got rough, y'all, can we be totally honest? Like literally, when times got rough, like I'm in a hospital rough, looking up at a dirty hospital ceiling, not knowing when I'll get out. People are treating me bad in the hospital. Like I've had moments in my life where I did not know when I would get back to myself, the self that y'all see today. And whenever you are unable to work, you're unable to move the way you want to due to no fault of your own or due to circumstances beyond your control, you start to look at life with a new lease. So in those moments when I felt low, when I felt sad, when I felt like I didn't exactly know what was going to happen and I couldn't feel the certainty in my future, I would imagine the certainty in my future. One of the beautiful things that we have the opportunity, the privilege to do is we have the privilege, the opportunity to imagine. And I think that we undervalue imagination and thought and the ability to strategize and dream and reflect and visualize yourself beyond where you're at. Whenever you cannot see your future, whenever you can't feel a future that you desire, I want you to close your eyes and imagine it. And if that's not good enough, write it out. One of the things that I have done in tough moments is I write a letter to my current self as my future self. And I put all of the things that I want to accomplish, all of the emotions I want to feel, all of the joys that I want to have in my life. I remind my current me as future me that I will have it. Right. And if you need an example of that, it's like, dear Ashley, I'm looking back over your 50-year career and I realize you have 5 New York Times bestsellers books. You and your husband absolutely adore each other. The love that you all have is the stuff they write novels about. Like literally you write You write to your current self as your future self using the power that you have, which is imagination. Why is this critical? Because right now, y'all, a lot of people are feeling anxiety about the future, not realizing that if you are certain that your future, that the God who holds the future is not going to let you fail, you going to be all right. And hold, like literally hold on to that truth as though it is cemented in stone for you, because you need that in order to go through all the stuff you're going to have to go through to imagine that future. So that's number one. I developed a certainty in my future. Number two, I started to aim higher. There are some moments where you get bogged down by like looking at what everyone else is doing. Like, what is she doing over here? What is he doing over there? And one of the things that I know and that I realize is if I start looking too much to my left, too much to my right, and getting distracted by it, I'm not setting goals that are high enough. Like literally, if right now you haven't planned your first event because you're looking at like another person who planned their event and it was bigger, or you haven't launched your course because you're looking at another person's course and it looks so much better than yours, or you haven't raised your prices because you're looking at someone else, aim higher. Aim higher. Not like aim higher. Aim higher. Aim higher. And tell yourself, no matter what you see today, all you're doing is setting yourself up for a future that is grander than you could even imagine. So aim higher. Don't let those feel like literally this stuff. The reason you have to start today is so that you can explode tomorrow. We're having our 7th event, Speak Your Way to Cash Live. There will be more than 200 people from around the world at this event. We've already sold more than 200 tickets, maybe more than 300. I don't know. But it's going to be hundreds of people from around the world at this event. We've already doubled the size of the event from last year. Now, like we got all the things like smoke, fog, all the things like props, all the things, right? DJ flying in from a whole nother state, just over $100,000, but like all the things. But I know that whatever we do this year is literally just allowing me to get to the year where we are packing out stadiums with thousands of people there, where we are doing our events in Europe and in Africa and in Brazil. Like it's literally just, it is the stepping stone that I have to take in order to get to the grandest version of my life. So yeah, I can feel all the things, but the truth of the matter is, it don't matter what nobody next to me is doing. The future that God has planned for me is greater than anything I could imagine. And my imagination is really, really good, right? So if I hold on to that certainty, if I stop looking around and realize that it doesn't matter what anyone is doing now, my goal is so much grander than that, then I can stay focused on my future. Don't look around, look up. Don't look around, look up. I talk about this in my book. Do not look around, look up. Whenever you feel like any of those feelings like, ooh, I don't know, I'm competing, or I'm jealous, or I'm iffy, or I don't know if I'm doing the right thing. Stop looking around, look up. Stop looking around, look up. And figure out what steps you can take today so that you don't ruin your opportunity to live that life tomorrow, right? So aim higher. The third one is really simple, but it seems difficult. Take action daily. Take action daily. I don't care what action it is. I want it to be strategic action that you've gotten from good coaching, good counsel, but you need to move forward daily because you do not have time to waste. You just don't. Like I don't. I mean, I don't know what y'all got. I don't have time to waste. So I take action every single day. Now, here's a bonus. Number 4. This is big. And I only got 2 minutes to explain this concept to you all. Most people would rather make you the villain in their story versus becoming the hero in their own. In my book of life, I am the hero of my story. None of y'all get to be the villain. I'm not making anyone the villain. I would rather be the hero than make you the villain. But most people would rather make everything and everyone else around them the villain instead of becoming the hero. What do I mean by that? I would rather figure out a solution to the problems in my life and or hire someone to help me with the problems that I'm having, rather than make everyone else the villain, rather than not take responsibility, rather than give away all my power and say that I have what I have because someone did something to me. Nothing in life happens to me. Everything happens for me no matter what. That shift alone has transformed the way that I approach challenges, other people, life circumstance, and everything else. So make sure that you aren't spending day in and day out making other people the villain in your story rather than doing the rewarding work of becoming the hero in your own story. You have the power. You have the power. In every single situation in your life, you have power. If the only thing you control is how you respond, you have power even in that. Like for me, that was revolutionary because I used to go through life like, oh, this happened to me because I'm Black. This happened to me because I'm a woman. This happened to me because they didn't like me. This happened to me because I didn't have the right look or the right hair or the right whatever. This happened to me because of this. I don't have a kid or I don't have a husband or I don't, like, literally there was always an excuse. The truth of the matter is though, once I realized, oh, no. In every situation I have power, everything changed for me because then there wasn't a situation that was beyond me. There wasn't a situation that was beyond my capability to handle it. And truth be told, because God resides within me, that's what I believe. That's my belief system. I'm straight regardless, right? Like I'm straight regardless. I am straight regardless. Like I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. So whenever I feel overwhelmed, it's because I'm relying on my own strength and not his. So now I just need to get back in alignment. So these shifts really did help me develop a framework to overcome life's challenges so that I can take action every single day, grow my business, love my husband, be a great mommy to my baby, and move forward. All right. So I got to go, y'all. Thank you so much for joining us for this very quick episode of the Speak Your Way to Cash podcast. I hope to see you at the Speak Your Way to Cash Summit, the Black Women Sales Summit. Go to speakyourwaytocashsummit.com to register, and I will see you there.